Okay, I have to start with a confession. I tried running a long HDMI cable to a projector last month, maybe 40 feet, and it was just a disaster.
Oh no, let me guess.
Digital sparkles, the screen flashing black every few seconds. It was a total mess.
That is the classic copper nightmare. You were basically fighting physics, and, well, physics always
It
wins.
certainly felt like it.
Yeah, once you get past maybe 15, 20 feet, the electrical signal just degrades. The wire turns into a giant antenna, picking up interference.
So if I want to go really long, like, say, football field long, what are my options? That's what we're digging into today. We've got this DVDO HDMI AOC1-100 meters. It claims to push a perfect signal 100 meters. That's about 330 feet.
And the secret sauce is right there in the name, AOC, Active Optical Cable.
Right. Now, that usually sounds kind of intimidating, but when you look at it, it just looks like a regular HDMI cable, maybe with slightly bigger heads.
It's a disguise. Inside, it's a completely different beast. It's using OM3 fiber.
So not copper wire.
Not at all. This is laser-optimized multi-mode fiber. It's the same high-grade glass you'd find connecting receivers in a data centers, hidden inside a normal-looking cable.
So instead of pushing electricity down a wire, we're talking about light.
We're talking about lasers, yeah. Think of the connector as a tiny translator. It takes the electricity from your Blu-ray player or your game console, translates it into pulses of light, and then shoots those photons down the glass fiber.
It's like teleporting the data.
At the speed of light, essentially, yes.
Okay, that explains the bandwidth then. The spec sheet says 18 gigabits per second, so that's 4K at 60 hertz. But the part that really jumped out at me was the 4.4.4 color space.
That is massive, especially for anyone using this for more than just, watching a movie.
Exactly, because usually with these long runs, you get chroma subsampling, where they have to compress the color data to save space.
Right, and if you're watching a big blockbuster, you might not notice, but if this is for a PC monitor or digital signage,
yeah, text gets all blurry.
It gets blurry, and those beautiful HDR colors can look washed out. This cable delivers the raw, uncompressed pixel data. No compromises.
My biggest worry, though, with any kind of active cable is always the handshake. I've had so many setups where everything's plugged in, but all I get is no signal.
The dreaded EDID failure.
Exactly.
What's smart here is that this is actually a hybrid cable. It uses the fiber for all the heavy video data, but it still has tiny copper lines for the low-speed stuff.
Like the handshake.
Like the handshake, so
Yeah.
EDID, and also device control, CEC.
So my TV remote will still control the sound bar volume.
Yes. You get the best of both worlds. Copper reliability for control and fiber bandwidth for the picture. Plus, because the video is on glass, it's immune to interference. You could run this next to a power line inside a wall and you wouldn't get a single glitch.
Okay, I have to play skeptic for a second. You
Okay.
say glass, and I think fragile.
You sure?
I'm trying to fish this through a conduit. Am I going to snap the fiber if I pull too hard?
That's the common fear, but this isn't your grandmother's crystal vase. The jacket is a 4.8 millimeter flexible build, and the connectors themselves are rated for 10 kilograms of pulling strength.
10 kilos. So that's what, 22 pounds?
About 22 pounds, yeah. It's built for rough installation. You're not going to break it.
The other installation headache I always hit with active cables is the power brick. Needing to find a spare USB port or a wall outlet just to power the cable is so annoying.
And that's where the engineering on this DVDO unit is really clever.
It doesn't need one.
No external power required.
How does it fire the lasers without a power cord?
It has a super efficient circuit that just sips power directly from the HDMI port on your device. So no dongles, no extra wires hanging off your TV. You plug it in like a $5 cable.
But it performs like an enterprise fiber run. That convenience probably has a price tag, though. I saw HDTVSupply list this at $399. That's a lot for a cable.
It is. It is. Until you weigh the cost of failure.
What do you mean?
Well, imagine you buy a cheap $50 long-run cable, you run it through your walls, you plaster over it, and then a month later, it fails. Ripping open your drywall to replace it is going to cost way more than $399.
That is a very fair point. It's basically insurance against having to do the job twice.
Precisely. It's an enterprise-grade solution for a consumer problem.
So before we wrap up, looking at this technology, lasers, fiber, no external power, where do you see this going?
It makes you wonder about the future of copper, right? We're pushing for 8K, 12K, refresh rates hitting 120 hertz and higher. Copper is just physically running out of road.
You think it could be replaced entirely?
It's a real possibility. Will we get to a point where even the short 3-foot cable from your cable box to your TV has to be optical just to handle the sheer amount of data?
That's a wild thought. We might be saying goodbye to copper in our living rooms a lot sooner than we think. Thanks for joining this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.